Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Hamza, and just like every day, today we are doing a portfolio update. We're going to go over all the stocks, all the options that I have, and I know the first thing you guys look at when you click on this video are the numbers. And as you guys can see, I am clearly down a lot, 6.25%, over $10,000 down today, which means I'm losing $10,000 today. Let's quickly go over my entire day and what that looked like. So actually, when I started the day, I was still losing, by the way. So let me show you guys my 1 week before we go over the $10,000 loss for the day. So my 1 week, this is what it looks like. I've been hovering right below that $170,000 mark. In fact, let me show you guys the 1 month, because at some point this portfolio did go over $175,000. So this right here, Feb 15th, was when we officially hit $175,000. I was confident that we were not going to fall below the $175,000 mark. And so what ended up happening right after that, I should have sold then, but I didn't, because I truly believe in all the companies that we buy in this portfolio, and I'm going to defend them because I know that they are all good investments for me. The market did start with a minor sell-off. So from 175, we ended up at 169. Now, this is not too bad. I couldn't complain too much, but then we did have another sell-off and another sell-off, which brought the portfolio down to $157,000. Now, for those of you who are members, I did post alerts for you guys to sell every time we did come down, which is why we actually have some cash, some buying power, as you guys can see. So we have $18,000 left of buying power in this portfolio. And the reason we have that is because I did realize this downtrend quite early, even though we did have a slight uptrend and then back to a downtrend. So we did end up selling a lot of stocks towards the end of last week so that we could pick stuff up, hopefully at a discount this week. So we still have $18,000. I think I spent roughly around $18,000 today. So we had a total of about $35,000 of buying power. I did spend about $18,000, like I just said, in buying stuff today, and we are going to go over some of those purchases in the portfolio. Now, as you guys can see, everything is red. Not surprised, the portfolio is down quite a bit. This is in fact probably the biggest loss I have taken. I feel like I lost all my gains for the month of Feb and even portions of Jan. So we have kind of two-stepped backwards a little bit, and now we have to kind of work hard to get those numbers back up. But as you all know, the Fed was speaking today. I did miss out, or I have not listened to what the Fed had to say. I know that Janet Yellen went on CNBC and she had some negative things to say about Bitcoin. So I'm going to have to listen to that and do some due diligence on what exactly was said. Also, in addition to that, we have earnings season, and the 10-year treasury seems to be in a little bit of trouble. But we are optimistic this portfolio is going to hit $1 million in 2021. And for those of you who are members, by the way, you should have sold a huge portion of your portfolio last week. And for those of you who are not members, consider becoming members, because I do post alerts every single day of stocks that I am buying and selling. And even if I don't have buying power, I do alert all the members on stocks that I think are good purchases. You guys can either mimic my trades or at least see what I am up to. And of course, without saying, you would be supporting my YouTube channel and this amazing community that we are growing. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's quickly go over the portfolio. So you guys can see Clove, I am red. Apple is killing me. You know, the funny thing about Apple is that I actually considered buying puts on Apple, but I was like, you know what, 129 is like way back last year pricing. And so 129 is a good price for me to hold Apple at. And then it just kept trickling down. Fubo, once again, down. So DraftKings was actually in the green earlier today, but the entire market took a dump. So I don't blame DraftKings for not being able to hold those gains. Fubo down as well. GM, once again, we just keep losing money in GM. NEO, minus $720 as a result of what happened in the market today. A new addition here to the portfolio, Nokia. I did buy 100 calls. These calls are super cheap in my opinion, which is why I bought them. Now, this is a risky play. So for those of you who want to mimic this trade, this is a very high risk play, but could yield an amazing return over the course of 2021. So I truly believe in Nokia, and I did mention to you guys that below $4, I do see an entry point in Nokia, which is why I decided to buy 100 calls of Nokia, which is like 10,000 shares in the company at $7. So these are $7 calls, and they will mature towards the end of 2021, which is like beginning of 2022, right? January. PLTR, I was actually surprised that the calls held so well. So only losing $100 here, can't complain too much. ExxonMobil in the green. I think that's the only thing that I bought in the last week that is actually green. And we are making $730 with ExxonMobil. Now that the options are out of the way, let's quickly go over the stocks. Snow losing almost $400. Wow, that is crazy. I was hoping that Snow would have broken even by now and I could have exited Snow from this portfolio, but it seems like every time we get close to break even, something happens and the stock goes tumbling down yet again. NEO losing a lot of money in NEO. Jumia, I was making $3,000 on the top in Jumia, now only making $1,100 in profit. BNGO, so I did add 250 shares in BNGO at where I thought was the absolute bottom. Now I did alert you members, so you guys should know at what price I picked up BNGO. It is obviously below that, which means I am going to be picking up more BNGO tomorrow. ACB not doing so good. Piton also not doing so good. Excel Fleet, oh my god, Excel Fleet is like just killing me in this portfolio. $1,500 in the red. Excel Fleet, it is just never gonna come back at this point. I feel like I'm gonna be stuck with Excel Fleet for the longest time. NNDM, I did add 100 stocks at what I believed was the bottom, but NNDM did go in the negative today, minus $234. So I am going to be adding more NNDM to this portfolio tomorrow. Open Door Technologies, my #1 play for 2021, is also down. I was up $3,000 just a couple of weeks ago on Open Door, and now I'm only up $1,100. That's a little sad to look at, honestly. MLND and NAK, we're not going to go over them. They were never meant to be a part of this portfolio. However, they are here since when I opened this account. Clove in the red. I think Clove is going to take a while, and it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle for them to recover. So I'm not holding my breath on Clove. I think they'll be fine long term, so I'm just going to hold on to the stocks, but I don't see them really going anywhere in the short term. CHEK looking good, ISR looking good, SRPT also looking good, TMDI looking good. Nokia is in the red, which is actually a good thing. I do believe that Nokia is an amazing entry at $4. I think the company's valuations and fundamentals and 5G technology support that $4 share price, and if it only goes to $5, that's like 20% gains, right? So all we need Nokia to get to is $5, which I anticipate it will in 2021. PCTI in the red, TRIT in the red as well. Lightbridge surprisingly making some sort of a crazy comeback even though the market was down. So I'm gonna have to do some due diligence and see what the reasoning for Lightbridge going up. VGAC down, Sana up. So Sana is up. By the way, talking about Sana, I did end up selling Sava today for $63. I alerted all the members that I sold it at $63 and it is currently sitting at like $53 or something. So there's a $10 discount in that stock since when I sold it. I did notice a selling pressure earlier this morning, which is when I alerted everybody to sell that share, if you are following me, of course. PLTR back to $1,700 in the red. Just yesterday, this was at $900. Today, we are at $1,700. I may be picking up some more calls, so options on PLTR for 2021. They're going to be leaps, of course. WWR was down $400 yesterday, now $700, so my loss has doubled in WWR. VXX and UVXY, I anticipated these to go green today, but they didn't because it seems like we had a downtrend, a natural downtrend to where the volatility wasn't enough to move these two stocks in the green. You can see here that they did go through some sort of a U, which means they dipped middle of the day and then they came back up and dipped again. So we did have a little bit of volatility intraday, but it seems to have settled. Fubo losing money, Grow Generation losing money as well. Oh, this is not Grow Generation, this is GNOG. Okay, we're losing money in that too. NGAC in the positive. Yes, we have a positive stock in the portfolio that was recently acquired. Pace in the red, EXPI in the red, Time in the red. I want to buy more Time, but I need to be able to sell my calls in order to buy more Time shares. Polar Power in the red. Tesla, guys, what happened with Tesla? I really thought that Tesla was gonna go to like 650 today. It seemed like it was not finding support at any level, which is insane. Tesla is like a front runner in the EV space, technologically advanced. Elon Musk, Bitcoin, they have such crazy news within that company. I couldn't believe how low Tesla was going, and I couldn't believe the selling pressure. So if you actually look at all the candlesticks towards the end of the day, there was a lot of selling fire selling almost for Tesla towards the day. That didn't really boost my confidence in the EV space today. Hertz, I believe, have an earnings call, right? So I am going to be listening into that once I am done filming right here. Grow Generation doing horrible. ITRM doing horrible. AGTC also doing bad. GHVI was actually like, I had a $500 gain just earlier today. I wish I had sold in and then bought back at the discount, but it is okay because we are still in the green. I did buy 500 shares of NSPR today. Now I was gonna buy CleanSpark, but just because of the way the market handled today, I do think that we may have a chance of further dips during the week, which is why I did not buy CleanSpark, but I am looking to add it to this portfolio. So now that we've covered the shares, let me quickly go over the crypto. Doge losing $16. Not too bad. I did end up buying Bitcoin and Ethereum both earlier today as they bottomed. So let's go on Bitcoin and see what I bought. Bitcoin is currently sitting at $54,000. As you can see, my average has gone up from $27,000 and change to almost $29,000. Let's take a look at the purchase that I made. So I bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin at 51,570. That was my purchase for Bitcoin. I also did buy Ethereum. Let's quickly go here right to the bottom so that we can also look at Ethereum. For some reason, it doesn't pop up on this screen, but that's okay because I am going to click it on this screen and we will be able to see it. So Ethereum sitting right now below $1,800, which is still a buy for me. And my average cost on Ethereum has gone up from 700 and change to almost $900. Let me show you guys what I bought in Ethereum just earlier today. So I did post an alert about this earlier in the morning when I did make that purchase. So for all of you members, you should have been alerted. You should have received an email or a notification. So Ethereum, I spent $2,501. Well, I spent $2,500. I guess the $1.09 are probably the fees or whatever it was that I had to pay to purchase Ethereum. And I bought it at $1,816. So $1,860 is where I bought it. And Ethereum is currently sitting lower than that. So for those of you who are going to buy Ethereum right now, you'd actually be buying it at a better price than I did. So yeah, guys, that is my portfolio for today. I am going to defend it. I do believe in all the companies that I bought. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button just yet, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to get notifications, once again, of when I buy and sell every stock in this portfolio, consider becoming a member. The join button is right next to the subscription button. And just like that, I will see you guys next video.